how do you turn your will and your life over to the care of God if you don't believe in God? I mean, and that became my second book, even
Right.
though I addressed it quite a bit in my first book. So, and it's something that comes up still to this day in my teaching. People come to me with that question. It's a lot, but if I can boil it down to the simplest idea, it's that I turn my will and my life over to the care of the Dharma. And
Mm.
the Dharma is the teachings of the Buddha, but it also just means truth. But it includes and contains this vast teaching, and so what this my second book, which is called A Burning Desire, Dharma, God, and the Path of Recovery. What it's about is teasing out the powers that are inherent to the Dharma and seeing them as things that you can turn your will and your life over to. So, some of the most obvious ones are things like mindfulness. If I turn my will and my life over to the care of mindfulness, it just means that I'm trying to be mindful and that I recognize that mindfulness is very powerful, and that indeed that awareness or the lack of awareness is very powerful. So if I'm not mindful, that is also powerful. So the turning it over, the positive turning it over is turning it over to the positive thing. And I realize that if I don't, that I'm off there in space, like just
Right.
unconscious. And all the implications, because addiction is very much about unconsciousness, uh,
Yeah.
both being unconscious, we fall into it unconsciously, but we also foster unconsciousness. We try to become unconscious. So mindfulness is a great higher power. A loving kindness is a beautiful higher power. Turn my will and my life over to the care of love is a really interesting thing
Mm.
to do, to view.
Yeah.
Um, and much more. I mean, you look at the entire Eightfold Path, and each of them, if we look at them through this lens of higher power, we realize, oh, these things are powerful. You know, Intention is very powerful. Right speech is very powerful. All these things. So that's the gist of it.
Welcome to the 2021 Radical Recovery Summit, presented by the Kiloby Center for Recovery. This is Lynn Fraser, your moderator. This year, our theme is Feel It, Heal It, a new paradigm of recovery, featuring a diverse group of thought leaders and innovators, people who are working on the ground in the new field of addiction recovery. Go to radicalrecoverysummit.com to sign up and watch free.